haul, y'all. And we've got plans. Boy, do we have plans. Hi, welcome to my eclectic channel. My name is Agnes and I make videos for fun. A lot of them on sewing, which is what this is. I also have a growing playlist on French songs and a spattering of other things. What we have to work with is this blue chambray 90% cotton men's shirt. I went snooping around on Pinterest and I found this look. That's what we're going for. There's no guarantee that that's what we're going to end up with. So far, we have the main body of the dress and it fits nicely. I pressed my seams. I pressed my seams flat and look at the difference it's making already. I also I've overlocked all of the seam edges, and I also need to overlock along the top, and I'm also going to overlock around the bottom of the dress. I'm drafting my facing. I am linking a tutorial below the video that explains how to draft a facing, and every case is different, so you kind of have to follow the general principle. So for this one, what I've done is for each of my pieces, I traced them onto a piece of pattern paper and then I removed seam allowance. So I get that for, this is the side back panel. So I removed my 1/2 inch of seam allowance on either side, so it is shorter. And then I made it 5.5 centimeter tall. That choice comes from where the first buttonhole hits on the dress from the top. So I have that distance from top to bottom, from top to the bottom hole, and I can't have my facing overlapping with that first button, so that's where it stops. It's okay, it's a little over 2 inches, it'll do. Actually a little less, because another thing I did is on top of the facing I have a seam allowance, so I removed the side seam allowances, but I have left the seam allowance on top, 1/2 inch. So I've done that for all of my pieces. And I have all of those little, mostly rectangles, and I have a little puzzle to put together here. So it's really important to label them, which I've done, both what each is and the orientation, which way is towards the center back, center front, the sides, whatever helps you. So I'm going to start, and I'm going to be drafting just half the facing and cut it on the fold. And the facing is going to look like a band. It's a whole band that's going to run across the top of the dress with an opening down the middle front. That's where the dress buttons. So I have my center front piece here. Down the middle front, I am putting a seam allowance. So I have this 1.5 seam allowance here, no seam allowance. That's my center front. Here's my side front. You go like that. And then I have the side back, it'll attach here. I wasn't sure what to do with my seam allowance, but now I do know what to do with it. So it's gonna go like that. And then the center back will go next to that. So now you can see what this is going to look like. So I am going to, before I use them, I could have done that in one go, mind you. I should have removed a tad bit more than seam allowance at the junctions, because you do want your facing to have a slight negative ease. But I don't want too much of a negative ease, so I'm probably going to pick those two junctions here that are just straight lines, and I'm going to give it a little bit, I'm going to overlap these a little bit. So just to picture that, I'm going to remove maybe 2 millimeters from this one. It's stretchy fabric, so I'm not sure how important this is. Maybe I should give it a little more ease. I might have to fudge this once I cut my facing piece, but I hope not. So I'm going to take them all together neatly, and I'll have my facing. I don't have a long strip of fabric, so I'm going to be cutting this using the yoke of the shirt, and that's a doubled up piece. So I took it apart. So I got those two pieces, and I will have a seam down the middle back of my facing, which is fine. To prep my facing, I'm going to work to do an overlock on all sides, just to be on the safe side. And then I will stitch them together in the center back. I have gone back and forth on whether to use interfacing. Normally you would. I do have lighter interfacing that's appropriate for chiffon. This is a thinner fabric. I think it'd be okay. However, it is quite a stretchy fabric. It's got lycra in it. And in the design of the dress at the bust, I am relying on that stretch. So I don't want to kill it. So I am going to skip the interfacing. Next time we'll work on the straps. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a like, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.